Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to decorate some of my mixed media faux tie-dye journal cards that I made that I just sewed and watercolored and alcohol inked, and so much fun. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it below. But just beautiful rainbow of colors. Had so much fun making these. So I've actually stamped a couple of them already with some just background stamps, and I'll probably do a little bit more of that for this, and add some ephemera, stuff that I've had laying around for a while, and yeah, some fun stuff. So let's just go ahead and make some cards. All right, let's start with this purple one that like I said, I stamped already. I have these little pieces of paper, and I've got a whole bunch of these kind of books that I got off of Temu that have just some fun papers in there. So I've decided to go through and pull some of these out because, you know, why not? I've used them. And like I said, I did stamp with like the music stamp, and I do have my just background scribbly words that I can do for that. So I took care of that. I think I need to still round these. They are, depends on the card, they are, some are white in the back, some are not. So if I want to end up using this as a journal card, I'll probably have to put some sort of newspaper or dictionary paper or something on the back of those. But for now, we are just going to not do that. And we are going to go ahead and put some stuff on there. I do have some pretty butterflies, which I thought would be great with this. I've got some birds. And I also pulled my tickets. I got paper tickets, which I think would be fun on here. And birds and butterflies. And the reason I just birds and butterflies is because spring right around the corner. All right, let's go ahead and I like this one better, but we're gonna try to roughen it up a little bit. I wonder. A little bit better. They're very thin papers, so they're kind of hard to. All right, we're gonna put it into 2 and add that in between. All right, let's see if I can find, I see a pink ticket in here. That might be too light. Oh, what's this? All right, one of these should work. All right, let's do that. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm still kind of trying to stay in my house because it is still really cold out. We did not get nearly as much snow as they said they were going to get, but what else is new, right? I think they really like to overestimate nowadays and then be wrong and be like, oh, instead of saying, you know, we got 12 inches, we got 2, everybody's happy we only got 2, versus saying we're going to get 2 and then I'm getting 12 and then everybody's mad. Yeah, see, I don't think we're surprised as much with storms like we used to be when I was growing up. I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem like that happens as much anymore. Whoops. All right. put you up there, but you're going to get part of a wingectomy, sorry to say. All right, little scissors. Hard to cut around a curve. You ever notice that? All right, little wingectomy. Little ticket. Some sort of label there would be kind of nice. This is a washi sticker, so it's probably going to be a little bit see-through, but that's okay. Persist. Shine like the stars. I like it. Still shows enough of that fun background. Fun butterflies. Yeah, I like it a lot. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next one, I've got this. This was from last year, not 2025, 2024. Yeah, I believe it was 2024. I did the calendar a day that I had the calendar pages, and by the time I got to November, December, I had to slow down. So I got some pages left. And I thought these bunnies were kind of cool. And put a little of that paper behind it, but I don't know if I really want to cover that much more up. I think maybe it just might be the bunny. And it could work. It has some yellow and kind of reddish to it because there's some reddish in that bunny picture. I like that color better. It's like a greenish yellow. All right, so I think I'm going to do a little stamping in the background. And I don't think I necessarily want that on there. Let's just do some stamping with some letters. We're going to use the VersaFine Clair in the Morning Mist. It's not totally black. Yeah, it's just a little bit of something to it. And then I do have some spots. All right, let's see how that's looking. Yeah, it just has a little bit of texture to the back. I like it. And then again, we can put that ticket down there. And maybe a little bit of like some boo-boo tape. That's a pretty color with the red. I think that'll work. All right, okay, we're gonna round the corners. I'm gonna not use the big one. I'm gonna use the smaller one. Not a huge card, big-ish, but softened it up a little bit. I had fussy cut around the top, and I probably could have done around the bottom. But I figured I would put something on there. All right, I'm going to take a second to fussy cut this. Okay, I think that's a little better. Definitely shows a little less white. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's get this glued down. I mean, this might end up being just these two items, which is okay. You don't have to put 17 items on a card, right? If it looks good and it's done, just call it done. And the ticket. Pivoted right at the end there. All right, so let's cut out this. You know, I think I'm gonna yeah, I like it's got that red tone, just like the card does. Still see stuff behind it. Tape down. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like it. I was thinking about maybe putting a number down here. I know there's numbers there already, but something tiny. The number 2, because there's 2 rabbits. Cute. Yep, I like it. All right, on to the next one. Okay, so the next one has, I already rounded the corners on it, and like I said, I stamped those before. I have another one of my calendar pages, and I do have a couple of those sheets. I kind of like that one. Yep, I think I like this one. I'll put that there, right on the edge, so it doesn't matter if it's straight or not. And the birds up top. I think I'm gonna round the corners of these birds just to soften the edge a little bit. And I do have a couple tickets here. This one's very similar in color. Put some sort of label there. I think I like that. What's nice about those cards, I did some in these darker colors. I had a gray one. I don't think I did this one camera. It was grays and a little bit of black and a very neutral, but you can definitely, you could go really neutral or like really bright. So there were so many options depending on what watercolors you had to do. And I like how this is really neutral. I need a new glue stick. I am down to 2 glue sticks. I'm gonna have to order some. have some laying somewhere else though. Seems like they're always in a couple places, you know? Okay, put that there. Oh, I like that. All right. Once again, caught it out of the corner of my eye, just sitting in my little bucket of, unfiled, unput away, random things. And yellows and browns, perfect. Yeah, I like that. Cute, fun. Okay, next one. Okay, so this one's a little bit brighter and it's one of the tall ones. So I'm thinking I could make it into a tag. So let's chop that off. Make it a fun tag. Just gonna edge the sides just ever so slightly. Not too much. Just because this has a bit more brown to it. So, all right. This is again one of those calendar pages. I was thinking this would be fun with it, but I don't know, it might be too contrasting with it. Actually, I wonder. No, that's definitely contrasting. Some of this book page with the brown. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna get it a little roughed up though. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna just grunge that up a little bit. Okay, let's glue that down. I did find a couple tickets too that I think I might want to use. They had some orange in there. So that could be fun since there's orange up here. And we'll glue this down. There we go, make sure those leaves. I did definitely a lot of fussy cutting on this just to get it a little bit less white. There we go. I did leave some white down there, but I think think I like that ticket better. It's fun with the numbers and everything. Let's do that one. Put that there. And this one might be done. I think a little bit of tape will do wonders. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to put a little right here. Have to trim that down a little bit. And we're going to put a little up here. And I think this down there, we're going to trim it down a little bit just to balance out the red a little bit lower too. Don't necessarily want to cover the bird up. And that seems to be floating in space, or not. I think it's okay. All right, this is a little bit thicker cardstock, so we're gonna do some art glitter glue and put that there. Yeah, I like it. I have to find a home for that. That is a funky ticket. For sure. Okay, I think I have one more that I wanted to do, another bright, fun one. So I will be right back with that. All right, so I've got the last one here, and I'm thinking that I'm not going to make it a tag shape. I'm going to take a little bit of the corners off. Not that you noticed, because like I said, edited down, but I was gone a little bit longer between these two. I had doing my washing sheets today, and so I had to get those back on the bed. And let me tell you, not one of my favorite tasks. I love clean sheets, don't get me wrong, and I'm looking very forward to going to bed tonight on clean sheets, but struggling to put those corners under the bed are like, ugh. Like, I wish there was people that did that for a living. Like, you could make money on that, I would think. Come put my sheets on. Especially, you know, like we got a king size bed, so it's bigger and it's heavier, and like the foot of the bed's easy, but when you try to get up by the headboard and it's next to the side dressers, and you're trying to maneuver in there, and like it's like wrestling trying to get a sheet over a pig. They're just like squirming around. Okay, I digress. All right, this has notes on there, so I'm wondering if I can do a little bit of, this is one of those mixed medium sheets. I did have the backgrounds laying around where you did some gesso, and I did some inking, and are these upside down? Cute. I like it just hints of it. Very fun. I liked it. That came out nice. All right. So do I want to put music on it now? Probably not. Probably want to put some of this on there. I just want a little bit. I don't need a huge piece. This paper is so thin. It rips so easily. I do have one ticket. There. has a bit of a flower on there. I like it, but I don't know. Seems to go in, seems to blend with the background a little too much. I like the flower on top of the pink and that down below. Seems like I should have something right there for it to kind of sit on. I wonder if I've got, let's say drugstore, but I think I can cover that part up a little bit more. This might be better. I like that triangle one. I think the shape is kind of fun. All right. But it has been cut into somehow, but I think I could still probably stick it down okay. All right, let's see if we can glue this down and go from there. Okay, well, if you're still sticking around, a thumbs up would be awesome on the video. Any questions or comments, as usual, are highly welcomed. I love chatting with you guys. There's a couple people that are always really good about chatting. All right, let's see how this looks when I pull it off. Yep, that'll work. Just like I said, just needed something a little bit just to kind of break up that pattern a little bit. Nothing huge, nothing earth-shattering, but kind of a place to rest the flower. Okay, so this should be fun. I'm gonna try to get a new piece here. Go. Don't stick. Okay. Maybe this wasn't a little bit more see-through. I do have this washi tape that's got musical notes on there. I wonder if I could put that on there. I don't mind it because you can see the music notes up there, some down there. Like I said, most of these I'll probably end up covering the back anyway, so why not, right? Why not? Put some random, nonsensical kind of little label there. I like it. Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way and let's show you what we have done today. All right, so we had this lovely pink music one. And then the orange birds. I really like that ticket. That is so fun. And then the neutral with the birds. More stamping. You see it really does look cool with that stamping in the background. And then the cute little bunnies for spring. The little orange washi tape or boo-boo tape with their little orange berries. And then the first one we did, bright purple butterflies with pinks. Very fun. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. I appreciate each and every one of you that has stopped by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.